What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be ranking all of the Modern Warfare weapons. I have Jaden again here with me. I said that backwards, but anyways. But yeah, the other tier list was taken pretty well. Obviously some controversial things in there, such as Advanced Warfare being the third best COD. But I mean, after that one I'm feeling pretty good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Tier list was actually pretty fun. So how do we want to start this? Do we want to start like left to right, or?
Well, first off,
there's so many guns here.
The best gun in the game.
Okay, so well, yeah, we can get our top tiers out of the way. Where's the M4?
You can get that out of
You see it?
No, I'm sure it's a lot harder for me to see than for you to see.
Yeah. I don't see it. That's the kilo. Okay, well, I guess I'm about to go side to side till I freaking find it. Or we can just... Oh, wait, there it is. It has a weird scope on it. Alright, M4.
There it is.
Then MP5.
MP5. Is that the bottom right? Oh, no, that's not. What's the bottom right?
Then the FAL.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
At this point, yeah. Keep in mind, guys, this is a multiplayer weapons tier list, so obviously it'd vary for Warzone. And also, this is the current metagame that we're basing it off of. So in a month, if
what season is this? This is
season 4. We are midway through season 4, right after the FAL buff. So if you're watching this in the future, after the FAL has been nerfed, hopefully, then take this list with a grain of salt. But you see, I can't. Okay. I need to stop asking you if you can see it, because I'm sure you can't. Well, okay, here's the Bruin.
Here's the Bruin.
I put the Bruin up there.
So how good is... Okay, you put the Bruin up there already?
Oh, it's still crazy good.
Really good in multiplayer.
That's the Gra. Where's the FAL?
I don't know.
I actually just don't see it.
There
it is.
Yeah.
So are we putting, like, we have a lot of tiers, so that could be our top. Maybe we just go to the bottom now.
Okay, what is the worst gun in the game?
But it's hard to gauge because like some pistols are obviously going to be worse. So I think it is a pistol.
You think so? What do you think the worst pistol is?
I think it's either...
I think the X16 is the worst. Or
I was going to say it's either the 1911 or the X16.
That's my guess.
So I'm going to throw the 1911 down here. I'll put it above the X16 though. I do agree with that. Keep in mind, guys, this is also everything considered. So when we get to the 357, we're going to consider a Kimbo.
Here's the deal for the worst gun.
The X16.
The 1911 or the X16 and the 1911 have the exact same damage. Like,
you have
overall,
a damage chart up,
but X16 has a faster fire rate.
So is it better?
So I would have to say it's better. I mean, they do the exact same damage, and one shoots faster. So I'd assume the one that shoots faster is better.
And you said the X16 shoots faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, that means that I was right when I said 1911.
Right.
Okay. Well, they also have a combat knife here.
I mean, I think the combat knife's over the X16 and 1911 because if I'm ever 1v1ing someone with a knife and I have the X16, I'm going to lose because that thing does not kill.
Okay. You want to put the Riot Shield down there too?
Yeah, but Riot Shield on the back, Riot Shield as a secondary, I think it needs to go up a little bit. I think it might need to be up some more.
All right, we'll put it in E tier.
Because Riot Shield on the back is very much pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, why don't we just start going from left to right rather than bottom tier? That might be easier, because then I have to look through all the weapons, and it's kind of a pain. So 357.
It has one-shot potential.
It has been nerfed.
That's true. Snake shot's
Since,
not super good.
Like,
But
before it was probably A or S tier, to be honest, with the akimbo snake shot. But now it's probably like a D or E tier. What am I saying? D or E tier.
without snake shot being as good, it's become a worse deagle.
So we think an E, right?
Um,
Because you got to remember, it's not quite as good as like these ARs and
But-
subs, and
do we have launchers in here? Are launchers in there?
everything is in here.
It's better than launchers aside from RPG, maybe.
Okay, we'll put it in D for now. We can always reorganize. We just need to get everything placed.
Let's think about launchers real quick. Let's get the launchers out of the way.
Smart. All right, let me find one. Joker, freaking garbage. Actually, no. It's
Yeah.
The Joker is probably the worst gun in the game now that I think about it.
Like the Pila's pretty bad. Do you think the Pila would be worse than the? I think the Pila would be worse than the 1911, right? Why didn't you say so?
I thought you were gonna say then the Joker. I was like, bro,
No,
the
no,
Joker's so bad. Yeah, the Pila is probably under there.
because it's so slow.
The Strela is pretty fast, roughly. Like, you don't have to lock on.
What's the difference between the Strela and the RPG?
RPG is way faster pull up, and it's iron sight. The Strela has like a sight that you actually have to look into,
Okay.
and the pull up speed is a lot slower.
So, are you thinking that the Strela is going to be better than those handguns or worse?
No,
I'm still
no,
thinking worse.
I think it's still down there.
Okay.
Yeah, well, especially after like the rocket launcher nerf in general.
Yeah.
Like their slow pull up time definitely hurts them after that as well. RPG probably is up in like E or D, to be honest. After the nerf, and EOD actually kind of works now.
I don't think it's that EOD works. I think it's just the RPG is nerfed.
No, that's true, because I still died at 1 C4 when I have EOD. Do we want to put it in F tier?
The RPG?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say put it with the Riot Shield.
Yeah. And yeah, we can always move stuff around. Honestly, I'm thinking about it now. The place that I'm going to get tripped up is probably like shotguns and LMGs.
Yeah.
But,
It's gonna be
anyways.
hard.
Deagle.
Deagle. I'm saying S tier. No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to say like B or C. Because, like, it has one-shot headshot potential, but so does the FAL. I mean, it's a really good gun, but are you going to outgun ARs?
No.
So probably C.
It's like a faster 357.
So do we just want to slap it in D? My dog is barking.
I'd say for now, put it above the 357. Because the
Yeah.
357 is
It's
easier
obviously
to hit.
better.
Like,
Well,
it's
depending on what you have on it.
well, okay.
If you have a compensator on either, it's fairly easy.
In the best scenario, 357, at least using both of them, it's a lot easier to get hits with the 357. But
Right.
if you can hit with the deagle, because like it's still just all about your aim. So if you can hit with the deagle, then I think it's better just because it's faster.
Yeah, and it's a two-shot for sure.
Not for
It
sure.
should be. If you shoot him in the chest, it is.
Not for sure.
It is.
It's also the range drop off for
Well,
damage
yeah,
is really
I'm targeting
insane as well.
What is that? Why is this the one gun is that a 357 or 725? I mean,
we're at
top left. Yeah, I think that's a 725.
I think so.
Before nerf, I would have been the best gun in the game. No, probably be in between the FAL and the MP5 or something because it was cracked. But shotguns are gonna be so hard. Probably like B or C.
Let's save them.
Yeah. All right. AK-47, super average weapon.
Yeah, it's
Probably C or D. I honestly don't know.
C or D. I think
It's pretty average.
ARs and ARs and MP5s. ARs and SMGs need to be separate from handguns and launchers, you know? So I'm
Hey
thinking
man, you're the one that said D tier for these.
I mean, hey, they are better. They are much better than the
Alright,
Riot
so C
Shield
tier.
and the RPG.
I mean, okay. Well, if we're hold up. If we're doing that, why don't we make another tier really quick below and title it trash, and then we can throw these down here. And then let me think.
What if you make that bottom tier like special weapons in the sense of they aren't meant to be used as guns to 1v1 people with?
So like take riot shields and knives down there.
Right. Well, like
Okay.
maybe even leave knife up because it's meant to kill people, but like riot shield's meant to block. Launchers are meant to destroy kill streaks. You know?
Yeah. So we just take all that down. Yeah, that would make it easier. What the? What should I title it? Let's see. I'm just gonna do that. NA.
Because like you can 1v1 with those things, but like you're not supposed to.
Well, and
Yeah.
pistols and ARs are kind of farther apart than just one, than that.
Right.
Okay, so AK now I would say it's like a C or a D.
Okay. Do you think it's the worst AR though? Because like if you're putting it at D, it's gonna be like the worst AR. You know.
I mean, to be honest, let me think.
Or like
It's,
what?
like it's a good gun, but like all ARs are good in this
What do you
game.
think the worst SMG is?
Striker.
Is
or
it
the
as
AUG.
bad? Is it as bad as those? I wouldn't say so.
You would say so?
I would not say so.
Oh no, I wouldn't either.
So I'd probably
I
put it
wouldn't.
C.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The worst AR might be like the Scar, which is sad to say because the Scar is crazy. Like, it just has a lot of potential, but it's. I don't know. It needs help.
Yeah.
I love the Scar, but it needs help, and
You
I
think
can't
the
think of another
Scar's
AR that would be under it.
Worse than the Odin?
The Odin's good.
Odin's good.
I think so. I've slapped some people around with the Odin.
Well, I mean, you've also slapped people around with the AUG, and it's kind of booty.
Well, yeah.
I've
If I had
slapped
my way, I'd
people
put the
around
AUG
with
as the
Eagle.
worst weapon in the game. No.
Just trying to think with the Odin, it's...
The Odin's, like, it has a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage.
It
I
does,
think the Odin's
it does
better than the
less
FR
damage to the
myself.
head. It does almost half as much damage to the head than the FAL does.
I mean, the FAL is a one-shot headshot. Potentially.
You think the Odin would at least almost be, you know?
Yeah, it's a strong weapon. For future reference, I do think that the Odin is better than the FR. But
You
those are
think
like,
so?
yeah, I think
That-
the three
that
worst
makes sense.
or I think the three worst ARs are Scar, FR, Odin. But okay, we need to we need to. Do we want to throw the Scar down in D tier while we're at it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and then
What are you thinking? AUG.
the FR.
AUG
the AUG.
inline. Slap
Where's
AUG
the
in
AUG?
D tier, right?
Oh, there it is.
Probably.
Yeah, probably worse than the Scar. See, I know a lot of people like the AUG, and I don't know why. I just got it Obsidian. I've used it a lot, so I could say this: the AUG is bad.
Yeah. So
Like-
I say we skip shotguns and snipers right now.
Agreed. And Marksman Rifle, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Marksman. That's
So next thing would be FR, probably
FR.
right above the Scar.
Do you really think the FR is bad?
It's not good.
No. I mean,
No, it's definitely not
can-
as good as its.
it has one
OG
burst
forms.
potential.
Okay. The Deagle has one-shot headshot potential.
Right. But like I don't know, because I'm looking at it like the
Have you
stat
used it?
says it's good.
Have you used it?
I've used it some, and like, you know my luck with things. Like it doesn't matter how much potential it has, it's not gonna one shot.
99% potential. Nah.
I mean, I did 91 damage with the model, or
Yeah.
not the model, the
Carbine.
whatever, Carbine.
I don't know. From my experience,
Cause like
I've only gotten a gold.
here-
I don't have an
here's the
obsidian
thing,
yet.
one single, okay, so it has a 3 burst. If only one of those hits, it does 64 damage to the head.
Ew.
So that means if 2 of them hit, it's a one shot.
But it has a lot of recoil.
Yeah, but like that's fixable. Yeah.
Yeah, but I still think that the Odin's better.
It's also the only, at least looking at it, it's the only AR that has one shot potential or one burst potential to the chest.
It's the only burst they are.
Well, I mean, you only have to press the button once. That's what I'm saying. It only takes one shot to the chest, potentially.
Yeah, but it's a slow burst. Has a lot of recoil. The bullet drop is insane.
That's true. The damage range
Which,
is
by the
good.
way, how does that make any sense? Bullet drop with a ton of recoil? Hello? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. The bullets go
damage
down,
range
the
is-
gun
yeah,
goes
the
up.
damage range is pretty bad as well. So it's like you gotta be close up. if you
Well,
want
I'm
to
just
get that one
picturing,
burst.
like, on King. I'm not hitting any burst on King. Specifically. I don't know why I'm thinking of that, but yeah.
Sure. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But, like, the Odin, I feel like I can hit, like, even single tapping the Odin, it's like a 3 or 4 shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the FR is right above the Scar.
All right. I'd say it because yeah, if not, then it'd just be like
Just
low
from
C,
my
so it's-
experience, because
I'm
I
thinking
haven't
as-
used it to get it obsidian yet, so
as long as
haven't
it
used it.
stays in like high D, I think just because like
I agree. I don't think it's a terrible gun. I just don't think it's like amazing.
right.
Because I think C tier and up, those guns are super viable, in my opinion. And D it's still viable, but like C and up, I think is just like, yeah, you can use this and get away with it. Okay, what's next? The Gra. S tier or A tier?
Well, this is
Probably.
multiplayer. Do you
Probably
think
still S.
it's as? Do you think it's like as good as the FL or Bruin?
No.
I would say it's like top of A tier.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's definitely the best gun in A tier then, if it's in A tier. Look, pre-nerf, I would have said yes. And here's the thing. The nerf didn't change it that much other than adding like 2 or 3 bullets to kill. But the thing is, the Bruin and the FAL, they still kill, like, fast.
Yeah.
You just don't have time to react if you're using a... Like, okay, I know we're talking about multiplayer, but in Warzone yesterday, I literally reacted, shot first with a Gra. We both had full plates. I shot first. He turns at me and starts shooting with the Bruin, and I die.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't miss a bullet. So that's just, like, the Bruin kills so fast, dude.
Yeah, I think that's just like the cutoff is M4, MP5, FAL, Bruin cutoff.
I agree. Those are the 4 best weapons in the game, in my opinion.
We did get 2 pistols, 2 handguns, the M9 and the Renetti.
Oh, I mean,
I'd
the
say-
Renetti's actually good.
I think the Renetti's the best pistol.
I agree with that.
Very much.
Burst is really good.
And then
Probably
the
still E
M9
tier. Yeah.
is probably right above the X16.
Where's the M? Oh, there it is. M19.
Yeah. Is that what it is? M19.
I think so. It's hard
Because,
to tell
like,
because the picture's
it
close,
is-
but I think so.
It is potential 2 shot to the head, but it's
I hate this game. Its potentials for everything.
that's because they focused so much
Hey.
on like damage range and everything.
Hey, potentially you could be a good player.
I feel like it's because they focus so much on damage range that it just wigs out the system.
Yeah. Well, honestly, the root of the game's problem is they focus too much on Warzone and not enough on multiplayer. To be honest.
But like
the same thing happened with Black Ops 4.
At least like older Call of Duties, they had like if you shoot across the map with a G36C, you're not going to 4-shot like normal, because the deal is they had a set for ARs, all ARs, they had a set range. If you shoot past this, you do half as much damage. And I don't know the exact meters or whatever, how much, but it was an exact, if you shoot past this, it's going to do half the damage. And that was for all ARs. It was the exact same set. And so...
The glory days.
Like in Black Ops 2, if you had the MTAR, it takes like 4 or 5 shots to kill. But if you get past that range, it takes like 8 to 10 shots to kill. And then you had whatever the 4-round burst gun, M8A1. It took one burst to kill, but then if you get past that range, it's 2 to 3 bursts to kill. You know? So this game, it's like, well, if this gun is 20 meters away, then it does 20% less damage. But if it's 30 meters away, it only does 22% less damage. But if you have this attachment, it does 18% less damage. And it's like all this insane stuff. And
I mean, this game is kind of confusing, but
that's why you have guns like the M19 that sometimes can one-shot someone in the head, but then sometimes it 4-shots someone in the head. You know, so
so we're skipping LMGs as well for now, right?
I mean, we can.
Besides the Bruin. Okay, so next up is the Kilo then. Honestly, I think the Kilo's a worse M13. Because they're pretty much the same gun.
You think it's a B tier? Or I don't know where the M13 would be.
For multiplayer, I think the M13 is probably the bottom of A, and the Kilo is probably the top of B.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Roughly. I mean, that's what I would think.
I'd probably agree with that, yeah.
Just like for Warzone, I know we're not making a Warzone tier list, but for Warzone specifically, I think the M13 is like better than the Gra now, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about those two weapons. They're just a really standard weapon.
Sure.
Especially the M13. But the Kilo is pretty much just a heavier M13. That's not as fast. I don't even know. Next up, MP7. Right under the Gra.
That's what I'm thinking. It's very good. It's very good.
The thing is, if the Gra was S tier, the MP7 would be S tier, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, because I think that this right here is the best 6 guns in the game. M4, MP5, FAL, Bruin, Gra, MP7, in that order. Yeah. Like, I have no doubt about that. I think that's super accurate. So... Oh, whoops. Odin. Below the AK. Or... probably right above the FR.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking, like, bottom of C tier.
Yeah. I'll give it that. I had it somewhere in there too. Yeah. Top of D, bottom of C. I like the bottom of C. I think that the gun is slept on, to be honest. I think it's really good.
Sure.
Like, I don't know. I've done some nasty things with the Odin.
I feel like the Odin and the FR like do the same thing as a gun, and it's just that's sort of like a good split for it. Just you know.
That's very true. The P90.
I think that gun's garbage.
Look, I just got it Obsidian.
Not like not like
no, it's pretty bad. I wish it was good though. I love the P90.
Not like garbage, but I'm just like it used to be so much better, and then they just ruined it.
Look, I love the P90. but it's probably right above the Scar.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, dude. I just got it Obsidian and like, oh my goodness, I had to
Because,
play
like,
hardcore.
everything that's
It has great
good.
pull-up time though.
Everything that's good for the P90, other guns do so much better. Like,
Literally.
it's supposed to be a hip-fire gun. You might, like, MP7 and MP5, you don't really have to aim as much. It's,
Yeah.
like, it's supposed to have a big clip. MP5, you can give that a big clip. MP7, I think you can give it a big clip. So it's like, you know, the Bison, you can get, that has a big clip. So it's like everything
Yeah.
that the P90 is supposed to be good at, everything else just does so much better.
Hey, you know what it does really good though? It has really good pull-up speed.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really matter when your bullets are Nerf darts.
Sure.
Okay, next weapon, the Bison.
I think it's, yeah, around the kilo.
I think it's really good. It might even be better than the kilo. I don't know. It's probably under the kilo.
I don't use the kilo that much, so I don't really know.
See. I don't either. I just know it's good. Like, from what I remember, it's really good. I don't know. I think we leave it there for now. We can move stuff around later.
Yeah.
Next up, the Ram 7. Also a really good gun. Does that mean I know where to place it? No. But it is really good.
Because it's not the M13. It's
No.
not near the M13, I don't think.
But I think it might.
I think it might be top of B, you know?
I'm thinking it's better than the Kilo. Because the Ram is really good.
Right.
But again, I don't think it measures up to the M13. I actually really like this tier list so far.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good.
The Striker 45.
Okay, so the argument with the Striker is that it's a long-range SMG, which is a problem because that's not what an SMG is supposed to do. You know,
It's pretty garbage, dude.
because like if you want to use a long-range SMG, just use an AR.
Yeah.
It's technically a bad AR.
And it doesn't do enough damage to be an AR either. So it's
That's very true. It only does
so
fit-
hard.
It
That's what I'm
has
getting Obsidian right now, and it's like
the bullet range.
I can't find a good
the
attachment
damage
for
range
that.
is actually like really good on it, but it only does 55 to the head
Oh, that's garbage.
in the closest before the range starts dropping off. So that's 2-shot to the head.
Before the range drops off.
So that, I mean that's
But it
2-shot
shoots
to
so
the head.
slow too.
That 2-shot to the head, but it's 4-shot to the chest.
Where would you put it? And then I'll say where I would put it.
I mean, I kind of have a little bit of a bias for it, but I do think it's better than the P90, at least using it. I don't know though. Do you think the P90 is better than the Scar? I don't think it is.
Then the Scar. No, I wasn't really. No, it's not better than the Scar.
Yeah.
But
I think the Striker's under the Scar as well.
I think the Striker's under the P90.
You think so?
After using both of them a decent amount. Well, okay. After using the P90 a lot and the Striker a decent amount now, I think so. But I don't think it's by a lot. I think that the AUG P90 and Striker are all very close to being really bad.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so the
It's
P90's
just not a lot of
damage
pros to the
is-
weapon.
Have you looked at the P90's damage before?
No.
25 to the chest.
Shoots really fast though.
It does 25 damage. It does less damage to the
Is that
chest
with no
than
attachments?
The P90 does less damage to the chest than every single pistol. Yeah, its DPS is like high, but its time to kill is like really, really bad for some reason.
What?
Yeah, its time to kill is almost 1.5. The
Dang.
Strikers is, I mean, not 1.5, 0.15. but the
Oh.
strikers is .1. You know, so.
Uh,
I don't know though.
that's with no attachments, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking at all of this with no attachments, but with
So
attachments, you have the striker hollow point that could one burst somebody.
could. See, my thing about the striker is I feel like attachments don't change the weapon at all. Like, it's after I put attachments on it, it still felt like the exact same weapon, and it was just as bad.
Yeah,
I feel like
'cause,
the
like,
gun doesn't have good attachments.
they try to make it that like, oh, you could use the burst mod or you could use the single fire mod and that makes it stronger. And it's like, but why would you do that, you know?
Yeah, I don't use
But
an SMG to do that.
it does make it stronger, which is the sad part. So like the striker's attachments that are supposed to make it better are bad because they're two-shot burst and they're single fire mods.
Yeah. I don't know. What are
But,
you
like,
thinking then? I'm fine with either.
Yeah, it's honestly an argument that doesn't really matter because they're both bad.
Yeah, honestly, if I could, I would say that these two are equal and this one is slightly worse.
Okay, how much do you like the P90 like as a gun?
I really like the P90 as a gun.
Okay, I was gonna say because I really like the striker as a gun, and I was gonna say
I
if you
like them
didn't
both.
if you didn't really like the P90 as a gun, I'd say put the striker above it just so my heart can be
Okay.
settled.
We can do that. I like both guns, but I don't know. They're honestly very similar with their like. I don't know. They're bad. They're both
Yeah,
bad.
they're both bad.
All right. Speaking of guns that are bad, why don't we talk about guns that aren't bad?
Okay, what do we got next?
The Uzi.
The Uzi S tier,
Yes.
baby.
Okay, John.
Alright, so
This gun does shred though. You know where I would put it?
where would you put it?
Right under the Bison.
Think so?
I think so. It's nice. When you slap those other type of ammo on it, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like amazing, but it's really nice. What do the stats show us?
The stats show us that no attachments, it's hot trash.
The bullets change it, dude. The bullets change it.
The AE 32 round mag, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because the stats say it doesn't change it.
What?
But, like, I believe you because I've seen you use,
Yeah, you saw me get like multi-man.
like,
Oh.
I very much agree that it does. All it does is change the damage to the chest, which I
Maybe-
mean is a good help because
Yeah, I mean that's usually where I'm shooting, so it makes sense.
it's 2-shot to the head, but the chest is 3-shot, and then without the attachment, the
That's-
chest is 4-shot.
That's pretty decent, to be honest.
Right.
I mean, I don't
Also,
know. I think the
why is there
Bison's
a
better.
chest and then a stomach? I
Wait,
feel
what?
I feel like that's stupid.
Is that just for that weapon, or is that every
No,
weapon?
it's everybody.
Ew.
There's a hitbox for a chest and a hitbox for the stomach, and it does significantly less damage. Like, I'm looking
That's
at the
dumb.
AK-47, the chest does 42 damage and the stomach does 35. The stomach does the
Why is
exact
that
same
such a big
damage.
drop?
It does the exact same damage from the stomach than it does to the limbs. So if
I
you
mean,
shoot someone in the
How?
arm,
There's organs in there.
if you shoot someone in the leg, it does the same damage as shooting them in the stomach with the AK.
That don't make no sense.
But
Well,
it's kind of crazy to me. But whatever. We're talking about the Uzi. Yeah, I mean,
we need to tier list the.
the thing is, I really
Damage
like
rack.
I actually really like the AK.
I really like the AK as well.
Like when you make it into like that very mobile version of itself.
I like it in this game.
Yeah.
I hate it in Modern Warfare
When you
3.
change it into like that mobile AK-47, I forget what stock it is. Is it like no stock or skeleton stock? I think it's
It's the
skeleton
weird
stock.
looking stock.
Yeah, it like makes it really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
I think the Uzi. Yeah, that's probably a good spot for the Uzi. If not
Yeah,
right under
which
the
one's a little
AK,
later?
but that's just because like I like the AK, so it's probably biased. But
Uh, I mean, okay, no, we'll come back. We'll come back to that.
we'll come back to it.
I think that's the Rogue. So that means the Finnick. Overrated.
Yeah, the Fennec's kind of hot trash.
Dude, there was literally people saying that it was one of the best freaking guns in the game.
I don't know.
There was
how.
also people saying that it was better than the MP5, and those people are on crack. The gun is not good.
It does have
It's very alright. It's not good.
crazy. It has crazy DPS, but its time to kill is. No, its time to kill is not that bad, but I don't think it's like a garbage SMG.
Okay, when you're not looking at stats and you're using the weapon, I mean, obviously stats are good as well, but when you're using it, you have to constantly be thinking, I only have like 20 freaking bullets in this weapon.
Yeah, you can only kill like.
And you only have 3 clips, so if you're not running scav, you're like screwed.
Yeah, I don't even. How many people? You have like 3 clips. It's like 15 for each.
It's 3 clips.
So it's like.
I remember
Man, that's
being 3
like that's
clips,
like 10
so-
people, dude. That's like maybe 10 people.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
yeah.
10 people. But you're gonna
Just
miss
because
shots.
of that
so
alone, it's bad.
it's probably like 5 to 6 people you're gonna
If you
get.
have to run scavenger for a weapon, it's not a good weapon.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like the damage output is pretty good. I say it's C tier, somewhere in there.
E tier?
I think so.
You think it's that bad?
I would say it's. Well, here's my AK-47 bias coming in again, because I'd say it's worse than the AK.
Did you say E or D?
I said C.
Oh, you said C. I thought you said
No, it's
E
not
tier,
as
dude.
bad as a handgun.
No. I would put it here, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
on C
that's
tier.
what I'm
I thought you
saying.
said E tier. I was like, you think it's worse than the AUG?
No.
Oh my goodness. I could have swore you said E tier. I was like, hold up, wait a minute.
That's funny.
It's decent. It's better than these 3 for sure. But like, I think that's good spot.
Is this
Is
CR
this-
in there? I don't see the CR.
Yeah, it's right
anywhere.
here. It's right here.
Okay, there it is. Let's do the CR.
Yeah.
What do you think of it? I think it's like.
I think it's really good. I think it was overrated. No, actually, before the nerf, it was really good. People thought it was better than the M4. They're wrong. Everyone
no,
gets
that's-
cracked out about DLC
I still
weapons.
think it's really
Wrong.
good though.
I think it's better than the M13.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to like say because like I don't use the M13 that much, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's better than the M13, and then
I mean, like, I have them both gold. That's my extent of using them. I haven't really used them too much other than that. But from my experience, the CR kills really fast.
Mhm.
I don't think it's better than the GRA, and I don't think it's better than the MP7. I think it is really close to the MP7. Like, I think I would keep those 2 next to each other.
Yeah, no attachments aside from. Okay, no attachments. The AUG actually has the fastest time to kill, but like that's nothing.
The AUG.
Yeah.
AUG is freaking gross.
No
Get that
no
out of here.
attachments. No attachments, but looking past it, because range and everything is a thing. Looking
Yeah.
past that, the CR actually has the fastest time to kill.
Really? I thought the AK had the well, probably before the CR.
Nope. Yep. It's faster than the AK.
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it that then.
And
I think the MP7 beats it
it's-
out because it shoots faster and you're more mobile.
yeah, it has the same damage. It does the exact same damage as the AK, but then again, it's so much faster and it has less recoil without
the
any
CR?
attachments. Yeah, without any
You
attachments.
should
Yeah,
switch over to the CR then.
I probably should.
CR is really good.
I do like it. I've been using it some in multiplayer, and I do like it.
I should try using it a little more.
It's
Because let's
it
be
is
honest, they're
pretty good.
probably gonna hit the GRA with another nerf because why not?
right.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know though.
And who knows? Maybe after using it some, you may be like, oh, it's better than the MP7 or the GRA.
I mean, I could see it.
It's possible.
Once
that
the
it
meta
might.
develops a little more for it, people find the right attachments for it.
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's been out for a little bit now, but it took people a while to figure out that the GRA was like amazing.
Okay, so
And the
Do we
Bruin
have-
has been here for a little while.
do we have any other AR SMGs?
No. We
No.
only have snipers, marksmen, and shotguns.
Let's do LMGs
LMGs.
next.
Okay. So first up we have the Holger.
Holger's
Worst
good.
LMG.
Is it the worst?
It's
don't know
pretty
anything about
freaking
LMGs.
garbage.
I don't know anything about them.
It's pretty freaking garbage. That's what Face Jeb said, okay?
Yeah.
No, it's pretty bad. like, it
Oh, yeah, it looks
might
pretty-
be, it's
looks pretty
probably under
trash.
the AUG.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's probably under the AUG, to be honest.
Okay. Looking at like stat, the SA seems really good. Not like really good, but
The
like
SA
this
is
seems
good.
okay.
It's the SA 87, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure I had the right.
You're gonna have to like put him in the right spot. I'm just looking at I've never even touched an LMG except for Warzone.
No,
and
yeah, I'm
Gunfight.
trying to. That's what I said. LMGs are gonna suck because they're so weird. It's good, but just because it's an LMG, I'm thinking between the FR and the Scar.
Okay.
I don't know though. What do you have any thoughts on that?
No. I say put it above the Scar.
Yeah.
Is it? So, what's the
It's-
best LMG outside of the Bruin?
Probably the. Wait, let me think. Which one is it? The PKM? Yeah,
PKM.
probably.
And where would you put that? Let's put
Uh,
that first, and then we can because then if that's like the best LMG, not the Bruin, then we could put everything else underneath of it, and we don't have to like figure out where everything else goes. You know.
See, it's hard. Whoa, my chair
And like
unsnapped.
stats wise, it's extremely hard because every single LMG is the exact same except for the SA. But then the
Right.
SA shoots really slow.
Yeah, it honestly comes down to like mobility and.
The MG34 does have, outside of the SA, the MG34 has the highest DPS and the highest time to kill, or the lowest time to kill with no attachments.
The lowest time to kill?
Yeah.
Like the best?
Yeah, it has the best time to kill without
Okay.
attachments outside of the SA.
That's weird because I actually thought the M9D1 was better than the MG.
Because every single LMG except for the SA and the Holger do the exact same damage. Like head, chest, stomach, limbs. Holger
Okay,
does
so
less, SA does more. And then the DPS is all different because they all shoot separately.
see, when I think of the PKM, I think of people mounting on shipment getting 100 kills.
Sure.
LMGs are just annoying, so I don't know if we want to put it in B tier or C.
It's very map dependent.
Yeah. And probably because of that, it deserves to be in C, right?
Yeah.
Below the Fennec.
Do you think below it or above it? Because I see more people with the PKM than the Fennec.
Yeah, Fennec's
I don't see
pretty
anyone
bad.
with a Fennec anymore.
I mean, to be fair, I don't see anyone with an Odin, but I know it's better.
And I see some people with Odin a little bit. And then maybe
I'm
the
trying to, like, in a gunfight, I think the Odin would win. And, like, PKM has really bad drop time. So even, actually, the Fennec might beat out the PKM just for the sole purpose of pull-up speed. But if we're talking metagame, then yeah, the PKM is above the Fennec.
yeah.
I
And
think
then-
we leave it there. We can.
The MG34, at least. I'm just looking at stats. MG34 looks better than the M91 or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think we put them back to back in D tier.
The M91 is like stats wise is actually hot trash. It's very slow, and
All right, let's do this then.
Its time to kill is garbage.
Let's slap them all in D tier. Do MG, M9, SA, and then the Scar.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Or is the SA better than those two?
the SA is better than those. What am I talking about? And I think that the Scar is better than those.
Yeah, that's probably good right there.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't.
But
I
is the
forgot that we
Striker and the
placed them.
P90 better than those as well? Maybe.
If the Striker and P90 are better, then so is the AUG.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with those putting the LMGs in bottom of the
I agree.
fully auto
Yeah,
tier.
that makes sense. I don't think those are much better.
Now,
than
is the Renetti better than those?
Yes. Yes. Dude, the freaking Deagle's better than those. What do you mean?
I'm thinking those 3 LMGs go in the bottom of E tier, to be honest.
I don't disagree is the sad thing.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like I can do so much better running around with a Deagle or a 357 or a Renetti than I can mounting up with an LMG.
I
At least
agree.
those LMGs.
No, I straight up, I agree. That's all for LMGs, right? Yeah, we got, okay. So shotguns, marksman rifles, and snipers next. What do you want to do?
Shotgun. Let's do shotguns.
Get them out of the way. All right, 357. You're going top of B? No.
Yeah, I think in between the RAM and the Kilo is good.
Yeah, because I...
Or is it above the RAM? I think it might be above the RAM.
It's just, it's hard to tell because it's also kind of map dependent, but at the same time...
Or, okay,
It's
is
also-
it the best shotgun? I think it's
Yeah,
the best shotgun.
100%.
I'd say put
yeah.
it in bottom of A, just because it's the best shotgun. Slap it under the M13.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, the gun still does slap people around. I mean, it's a one shot,
Oh yeah,
10 feet away, if not more.
probably more. And slugs
slap
are good
slugs
now.
on it. Yeah,
Slugs are good.
slugs are buffed. Yeah, I don't really have anything else good to say about that weapon, so we're just gonna.
So, what do you think's better, the model or the R9?
Model's second best,
Okay.
100%. My opinion about shotguns, I know which order they go in, but I don't know where they go on a tier list.
I'm thinking put the model above the RAM.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good. I can agree with that. Either above the RAM or in between the RAM and Kilo.
Oh, I'm thinking the R9, because the
Ooh,
R9 is
no.
probably the next one, right?
R9's not super
Oh,
good.
which one's the next one? I don't know.
No, I mean, yeah. I think it goes
So
R9.
I'm thinking,
but
where's R9 at?
I think R9 takes a step down. Like, it's not
Under
like,
the Uzi?
yeah, 100%. It
Okay.
might. It's honestly, it might even be lower than the AK.
I can see that. I say do that. Do it. Under the AK.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Can we
hate
just
that
put
placement.
The AK B tier, so I feel better.
No. No, yeah, we can. We can. No. I mean, is it better than the Uzi? No, it's not. It's 100% not. AK is not better than the Uzi. Okay, Origin, you're going down to D tier somewhere. Probably below the AUG.
Yeah, maybe.
Then the
Yeah.
freaking Rogue, you can go to...
Oh, yeah, the Rogue is not usable.
Should it be below the Hulk, or should we actually just bottom?
I'm perfectly fine with making it the worst gun in the game.
But is it though? Because I feel like the 1911 is straight up.
Okay, put
Bad.
it under the M19.
Really?
Because the
I'm fine with that.
Because the X16 and the 1911 are
Funny enough, that actually makes sense because I feel like the M19 would actually beat it out in a gunfight,
It's very
whereas those
possible.
two pistols, I feel like it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually funny. All right,
The
that's it
last
for
shotgun.
shotguns. Thank the Lord.
Alrighty, Marksman Rifles.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the carbine. Or no, the car. The car is probably the best marksman rifle. 100%.
Yeah.
Probably up in A tier, right? It's really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What are we thinking in between the CR and M13?
Yeah, that was my thought. That was my initial thought.
See, next tier list, when we do a third one, dude, we're going to be, like, on the same page. because like we're already thinking a lot of the same things.
Right.
Probably the Carbine, right? Carbine's second best. It's either the Carbine or the SKS.
That's a tough one.
Like pre-nerf, I would 100% say the Carbine with no thought.
I feel like the Carbine's range is garbage for a Marksman rifle. But that's just my luck with the gun.
But also the SKS, you have to slap literally every single attachment on it for it to be usable. But when it is usable, it's really good.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's a worse FAL. And because it shoots fast and it's a 2-shot, like it's a 1-shot headshot multiplayer confirmed. Like it 100% is. It's well potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
2-shot to the chest. Maybe like 3-shot at the very most, no matter where it is at the body. 3 or 4 at the most. But you can get those You can get all those shots off by the time Carbine shoots its second shot. So,
second shot? I don't know. It's kind of fast.
Yeah, but the SKS you can shoot like pretty fast. Like,
oh my days! I just realized.
What?
The reason why I'm getting 90 damage is because of the fine line between chest and stomach.
You need to aim higher, dude.
I just realized that there's a fine line between the chest and the stomach.
Do you have a hitbox of it?
I should look it up.
I'm gonna look it up. What is it? Modern Warfare.
Stomach
Warfare.
hitbox.
I'm just gonna search player hitbox. No. Images maybe. No. What would I even look up for this?
I'm going on Reddit.
Images.
Oh, they don't have an... Man, this is why Smash is such a better game, because they have hitboxes for everything.
Ew, what the... You see that?
What?
You can,
yeah, that's what I'm watching.
You can shoot through the...
Yeah,
dude, that's horrible. What?
His
what?
elbow is invincible, dude. The elbow is invulnerable.
Huh. Okay, so the chest does.
I wish I knew where the chest ended.
What?
You know?
I'm gonna guess, just from the look of this, that like right here, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is chest. This is like nothing, and then this is stomach.
Huh.
It's what it looks like here. Because if we rewind, chest, nothing, stomach.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay,
anyways, back to the tier list. Well, how did we even get there? Oh yeah, Carbine. I would say SKS Carbine.
Okay.
But probably right next to each other.
Sure. We're at the B tier somewhere.
Bottom of B, top of C. Do we actually think the model is better than the RAM? I mean, we can come back to it.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the RAM, to be honest.
But it is a good gun. It's really good. Let's just slap it. Let's go.
Is the model in SKS better than the Uzi?
No.
No.
You say the model or the Carbine?
I call them the same thing. The Carbine and the SKS.
No, they're probably right under the AK.
Okay.
I don't think the model's that good.
You don't think it's that good? I don't know anything about shotguns. So.
Well, okay, that would have been nice to know.
You know that. You've seen me use the shotgun before.
No, we'll leave it. We'll move it. We'll move it after we're done. We just need to place everything and then move.
All right.
Crossbow.
Crossbow.
I mean, technically, it's really bad.
Yeah.
The fact that you can get a hit marker with it.
Yeah.
Probably right above the rogue.
Probably.
I hate the rogue, so I'm fine with All right, EBR.
It does 90 damage to limbs.
The carbine.
The crossbow.
Oh, that's stupid. We think an EBR is. You know what? Are we against moving the FR up to C tier?
No.
And I think that the SCAR might actually be better than the SA.
I think so too.
I really like the SCAR. What? Do we move the SCAR up too and make EBR top of D?
We could do that.
Because I really think that the SCAR is a good weapon, but it is probably the worst AR.
Yeah.
But I think it's good.
But ARs are good, so it's not like calling it a bad.
Alright. So
Snipers, Dragunov is bad.
Dragunov big
I think
bad.
Dragunov is like
The worst.
under handguns above LMGs, to be honest.
You think it's better than the M19? Yeah.
I'm thinking it may be better than LMGs.
Here. Yeah. No, it is.
But like under handguns. You know.
Man, I hate seeing the origin right there, but I don't have anywhere else to put it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. I keep seeing things I don't like.
It might be above the Dragunov, if anything.
Yeah, we'll take care. Okay, so let me think. Probably AX50.
You think
That's some
AX50
really
is the best? Or I don't know anything about the Rytec, but outside of the Rytec, do you think AX50 is better than HDR in multiplayer?
Yeah, in multiplayer specifically, but I
I'd
think
say so.
Overall, I think the HDR is better. It's like, it depends on the multiplayer map, though. Because, like, the HDR is a more consistent one-shot.
Yeah. That's very true.
And, like, the Rytec is, like, you can one-shot them in the leg.
I feel like AX50
honestly.
HDR difference is like MSR AX50 different, or the
Yeah, I know
AS,
what you mean.
AS whatever. I don't remember what it's called.
I mean, they're pretty much
AS10.
the same thing, to be honest.
The what?
They're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
I personally think it goes Rytec best, HDR, then AX50.
You think? Okay.
I think
I don't
I've
know anything
seen
about the Rytec. I literally haven't even seen the Rytec,
Dude,
so I don't know.
You need to unlock it because I've one shot people in the freaking ankle with a Rytec.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Is it a bolt action?
It's good. Yeah, kind of. It's like faster than the HDR, but not as fast as the AX50.
Okay.
I think, off memory. I haven't used it in a little bit. All right, yeah, AX50. I think snipers are really good in this game.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in B.
So they're definitely better than the Carbine SKS, yeah?
Yeah, 100%.
Are they better than AK-47 Uzi?
That's what I don't know. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Like, whenever I'm trying to pair guns together, I'm trying to think if I was fighting someone with this gun, would I win? And I think so. I don't think it's better than the Bison. The Bison's really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we have to move that model.
Where's
HDR.
The model
Well,
okay, slap up the HDR right next to AX50 real quick, and then slap up the
Right
right
next to it?
Oh, is it better than the Bison?
It's slow. It's slow. If it was as fast as the X50, I would say it's like somewhere in the RAM section.
Right.
All right, so the Rytec, it is slow. It can be fast, but it is slow. But it one-shots in the freaking ankle, so I think it's A tier.
Okay.
I think it's right under the 725.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sounds-
Somewhere in there.
All right. Where's the model going?
Oh, see, this is where it gets hard.
I'm thinking at least better than the snipers,
Yeah.
if not better than the Bison.
I don't think it's better than the Bison.
Okay.
And then the R9 doesn't deserve to be here. I think it goes in between the Fennec and the FR.
Okay.
Um,
And then
all right,
Origin's going right above Dragunov.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so do we want to work top down to reorganize, or
Well,
what's easier, bottom to top?
probably bottom top.
Okay, so we don't care about that. Do we want to try and work these in?
I'd say if anything, the combat knife and the RPG. Everything
Okay,
else is
combat
like,
knife can go, like, it's probably right above the crossbow, right? Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
better than the crossbow.
RPG, we can
RPG
origin.
right above the Origin. That's what I was gonna say.
All right, Riot Shield. All right, you know what? We're ranking this as a primary weapon. Not
As a primary weapon. Okay.
because it is
so
a primary weapon.
Not on the back.
Not on the back, correct.
Not on the back.
Worse than the crossbow. Worse than. Is it the worst?
Right above the crossbow.
Really? It's a two-shot. You know that, right?
Yeah, but like
But you can't really
in
die
a
while you're
1v1,
holding
and if you are playing well, then you're only dying to thermite semtex, you know.
it. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
to the crossbow and whatnot.
It's definitely better than the rogue. Look, the rogue can get deleted. I don't care. I don't even. I mean,
If we're throwing those in, put them
You-
all on put them all underneath of everything.
see these are here. What we're gonna do? We're just gonna say 4 streaks, because they're not meant to be weapons.
Yeah, and if they are weapons, then they're the worst weapons. So just
Yeah, and I don't
give them
like
their
saying
own
that.
tier, help them feel better about themselves.
Well, I don't like saying that they're the worst weapons in the game, because I honestly do think that the 1911 is like the worst. Because I don't consider those 3 to be actual weapons.
Right.
Like, you use those if you're trying to shoot down streaks. The RPG is actually usable. Not as much as it used to be, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, alright, so let's work our way up now. So 1911, we keeping that there. We like these pistols. Rogue, probably better than the pistols, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Then crossbow, riot shield, knife, M19. I like that for that. I like that for F tier.
Yeah.
Okay, so E tier, Holger, M91, MG. I like those 3 for sure. Dragunov, Origin, RPG. Yeah.
I'm thinking so.
Yeah. 357. What I'm thinking is I think that these 2 guns almost deserve to be up more.
But like,
If they go up, they'd be right behind the AUG.
so it's like, might as well just leave them there, you know? Because like, I honestly think the Deagle's not that better than the 357. It's
Now
just
it is.
a little bit faster, you know?
But like the Renetti, I've seen people use that as an actual gun.
Yeah.
And
I think you can move the Renetti up just because it's significantly better than the Deagle.
Yeah.
But I think it's still
Yeah,
under the
I
AUG.
agree with that. Keep the Deagle
I think it's
there.
still under the AUG.
I don't think that the Deagle deserves, or that I don't think that the Renetti deserves to be in the same tier as an Origin.
Mm-hmm. True.
The Deagle, oh yeah, that makes sense. So we're confirming best pistol in the game is Renetti, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, best Deagle in the game, Renetti. Best launcher, RPG. Those are the ones that we've covered so far. Let's see how we like this. Renetti, AUG, P90 Striker. We like that order?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only toss-up is the SA. Is it there or under the SMGs? That's the only toss-up that I have.
Is it under the Renetti?
I wouldn't say so.
I don't know. The SA is pretty good.
Yeah.
EBR, though, it kind of looks like it's out of place, to be honest. I just don't know where to put it yet, but it does look like it's out of place.
Yeah, I think it's D tier for sure, but
What do we think about that?
we could do that.
Okay. All right, moving up. Scar, FR, R9, Fennec, PKM, Odin. I don't like that order. I think the R9 might be the worst C tier.
Sure. Yeah. No. That.
To be honest, it could be worse, but I don't know how much we want to debate that.
I mean, if anything, it's under the AUG.
That's what I'm thinking.
Throw it there just because.
I mean, let's be honest.
Get the
Shotguns
shotguns
aren't
as low
that
as possible.
practical outside of the 725 in the
Yeah.
model.
Very true.
Okay. So then Scar. I'm almost. I don't think that the PKM deserves to be right here either.
Yeah.
I
Maybe put that under the Scar.
Yeah. I think we go PKM Fennec.
Okay.
What? You disagree with that?
No, I agree with that. I am very much
not a big
against the Fennec.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so now we're back to these three. Do we like this order?
I'm thinking that's the order.
I feel like all three of those guns are good, and I really like the Scar, and I like the FR, and I really like the Odin. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really if the Scar shot faster, maybe less recoil, it'd be better. But
I'm thinking that's where they go.
all right, B tier looks a little whack. I'm not gonna lie. Sks Carbine. We could bump down.
Okay.
We could spread them out a little bit even.
Yeah. Put them at top of C then.
Let's
Is that
do
what you're saying?
SKS. And is the Carbine better
I think so. Oh wait, then the what?
than the SKS?
Yeah.
I think it's more practical to use. It's
I'm
like
thinking
really
so.
fast and mobile.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it up there then. SKS. Now that I think about it, I don't think the SKS is better than the Odin.
I don't use either that much, so you're good.
I think it might be better than the FR though.
That's possible.
Okay, so yeah, let's just leave that. Carbine AK, Uzi AX50 HDR model, Bison, Kilo, Ram. That needs switched around a little bit. Obviously, you have to take snipers with a grain of salt because they're used differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the model is bottom of B.
Okay.
Let me think.
I think here's my thought. There is a distinguishable divide between the Bison and the Uzi, so I think having the snipers in between the Bison and the Uzi is good.
Yeah, I agree with that. So do we go model bottom of B?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that the Carbine is better than some of these.
It's just I feel
I
like
don't know.
it's not better than the snipers, so it's either just better than the AK or better than both the Uzi and the AK.
I think it's better than both. Like, it's really good. People don't use it that much anymore, but I honestly think it's still a really good weapon.
It is good.
Like, it's a 2-shot weapon, like at the most.
Right.
Probably a 1-shot, well, 2-shot to the chest, 1-shot headshot. Well, at least it's supposed to be.
No, it's it's 1 shot to the chest.
Is it? Yeah,
The
yeah.
100
To chest,
oh.
not stomach, yeah.
In the lowest range before it starts dropping off, because it does 101 to the chest at lowest range.
Dang. Yeah, so, yeah, I like that. Below the X50 HDR. I don't think we can move either of these snipers. I think they belong there.
Right.
Let me think. Do you... Is the AK worse than the Uzi?
I've never used, well, I've used the Uzi, but I would assume with the wrong attachments.
So, better
So
question.
I don't know. But
Better question, is the AK better than the HDR? That's up to you, because I honestly could see it either way.
I can too. But
I could see the argument for it being better than HDR. I don't think it's better than the Bison.
I would say, if anything, it's better than the Uzi, and then under the snipers.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Alright, so then I think we're done with that section. So Bison, Kilo, Ram. I kind of think the Bison is better than both those.
You think so?
I think the Bison
I think
is
it's
really
at least
good.
better than the Kilo, if anything. I
Yeah,
think it's better than the Kilo.
yeah. I like that. Alright, moving up. Riot 725, M13, Car 98, CR, MP7, GRAW. I mean, GRAW MP7 definitely stays. CR, I believe, belongs there. Car 98 belongs there. M13, I think, yes. 725 and Riot maybe switch at the most, but I don't know.
You think so? I'm
I mean,
thinking 725's there. I think that's
Yeah,
good.
I mean, to be honest, you could even just slap the Riot up in S tier just because it's godlike now, but that's if you wanted to. I mean, I don't know. Does it compare to the
then
Car
again,
98?
The what?
The Riot
I guess I don't know enough about the right tech. And I'm
Yeah.
honestly, and even
Oh.
like watching highlights and stuff, I've never seen anyone use it, which is crazy if it's so good.
Yeah.
So maybe
we'll
because
leave it
it's
there.
new, it's not like,
We'll leave it there. We could make an updated one if we
unfortunate.
wanted to.
yeah.
So that, I honestly think that stays like that. And then S tier, my mind's pretty set there.
Yeah, that's.
Unless the Bruin's better than the FAL, but for multiplayer
I'd say
specifically, I think the
multiplayer
FAL is better.
yeah.
And then, yeah, because I'm a firm believer the Bruin's the best weapon for Warzone,
Probably, yeah.
and then FAL second best. Yeah, I like that. You think we're good there?
I'm thinking so.
Alrighty. Alright, yeah, that's gonna wrap things up for today's video. I know it is a little late, but make sure you like if you like, subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment down below if you disagree or agree with any of these choices here, and let us know what your ranking would be. I'm really interested to see everyone's responses to this. But like I said, like if you like, subscribe for more content just like this. Hit the bell to stay notified of every upload and stream. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.